a beautiful new highway interchange that really clears up a lot of the traffic in this area. It's pumping, it's going really, really nicely. We have this beautiful pedestrian bridge that is seeing so much traffic, honestly an ungodly amount of traffic. This is insane. Look at how many people are here. It's just crazy. This was clogging up this intersection and now cars are moving freely through it. We do have this, funny enough, but that is just because of buses that are turning in here. Once, yeah, this will clear up. Don't worry about it. And we have the office park for our airport. This is where all of the people that have companies in the airport would work. This is where their offices would be from. And look at how many of these offices are similar. Except this one, this beautiful signature office. Things are looking really, really good over here. It looks a little bit more natural in this area. You know, we can expand this as well, but it's looking really, really nice over here. I'm digging it. I am digging it. But guys, let's get into the meat and the potatoes. Today is needed because we are seeing some crazy traffic in this area, and I think it is time to fix it. Yeah, the traffic is crazy over here, and the reason why it's getting backed up right on this little roundabout here. The roundabout, it's just, we need more space. We need more throughput. It's just not enough. All of these cars are coming to and from this cargo terminal, and this might be bugged, but for whatever reason, this cargo terminal is creating a lot of traffic, and it is making our city very, very gridlocked down here. And then this will just expand and make the rest of the city gridlocked. So this is like a top priority for us. So let's get into it. The thing that we're going to be building over here is we're going to be kind of upgrading these roads into like a highway interchange. Now we were going to do this with just regular roads, but the way that it just kind of works over here, it doesn't really work with just regular roads. So we're going to have it as a highway interchange. Look at how many people are over here. Where are you going? Or they just can't cross? Yeah, it's a little mayhem. It's a little crazy over here. So let's just start getting into it. We are going to take out commercial probably up to like here, and then we're gonna take this out too for whatever reason. And then we're going to take out all of these buildings, and we're actually going to delete roads up to about here for now. You can still get anywhere in the city. You might have to take a really much longer route, but this doesn't break the game too much. Okay, so how we're going to do this is we're going to start by taking this out, and then we're going to have to take this sidewalk, and then we're going to take this guy out, and we'll leave this in for now, but I don't know how long we will leave that there. Let's just start building this bad boy. We'll probably do, so the reason we're doing it with highway roads is I was trying to make it with like these roads, but these roads are so large. Like this is a 2U road, whereas this is just a 1U. It's basically like an alleyway with one lane, and it just like the road tools just work so much better with highways for whatever reason. But so that's how we're going to get it done. So I'm going to come into our continuous tool, and we're going to start from right here. We're going to come at a 180, and we're going to kind of wrap around. So we're going to come down to here, and then we're going to come up like up this way. And then we'll have a 4-lane road. This guy right here, we're going to send this south to about here for now, and then we'll have this road link up. Perfect, just like that. And then that way we can have our ramps kind of do all of the other funky stuff. So how we're gonna have this, I think, is the first like how we're going to organize all of this. If we come into our contours, this area is much lower than this area up here. So we're gonna do everything above ground, and unfortunately right in front of our Notre Dame. But you know, it is what it is. So let's just start with building it. I think what we're going to do is I'm gonna upgrade a little tiny portion of this to be a 3-lane, right like here, and then we're gonna turn off everything with our 1-lane roads, but 90-degree, just so I can get that 180, perfect. And then we're gonna start to make our way above ground, and I believe we only need to be 6 meters above, if I remember correctly. We'll come up here. Perfect, and I want to look at this and see if it's making sense. Yeah, I think this makes sense. And then we can have this guy up here. I think this needs to be a little bit tighter, to be honest with you. So we're going to take this out, and we might upgrade this back into a 2-lane, but have our ramp start from right here. Or upgrade this smaller piece, like so, and now have it come out. I think that makes a little bit more sense. Perfect, and then this can come down, and then we can come down to the ground floor right here. And we'll try to make this as easy as possible. We'll come down like this. Perfect, yeah, just like that. Awesome, and then we can have this side kind of do something similar. So we'll come up 2.5, come up to a 5 or 6, and then we'll wrap around. And it doesn't want us to. So let's try this one more time. Maybe we start a little bit higher. Perfect, and then we'll come down and we'll do the same thing. So we'll come down to 0, and we'll do like a 4.5 in. Perfect, 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 and then we can upgrade this piece just to here for now, because for whatever reason it's given us some troubles. We'll have this come up to here, and oh, it fixed itself already, so we don't really need to worry about that. Perfect. Okay, then we'll have a road come down here, and what side do we want this on? Probably this side, right, like here. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. And then we'll do the same thing right over here. So we'll have, let's actually, this little tiny piece, let's try to upgrade this to a 4-lane. Maybe we take this out for now. Yeah, we take this out for now. We'll press play. It'll just be a bit odd for the time being, but we'll come into our 1-lane road. Oh, actually, no, we'll come in here and we'll upgrade this to a 4-lane. Perfect. And then we'll come into our 1-lane road. And we'll come down here. Perfect. And then let's just flip this because I think it's going to give us problems. Yeah, look at it. Ugh, disgusting. Then this is a 3-lane. So let's take this out and let's try this one more time. We might need to redraw some of these roads in. Let's take this back to here and let's try to look at this area one more time before we. Yeah, okay, so maybe what we could do is upgrade this like here. Perfect. And then we'll kind of come in here. Okay, so I do apologize if this seems a little bit odd, a little bit of an odd one, but sometimes when it comes to like building out highway interchanges in very busy areas, you can like workshop it and you can kind of figure out what you want it to do, but like honestly sometimes you just kind of have to figure it out on the spot. Okay, so we're gonna use our complex curve mode for this connection right here. I'm gonna come out, I'm gonna turn off everything. I just want that nice 180. Perfect. We're gonna come out here, we're gonna come into guidelines, and we're gonna snap to guidelines this road right here. Perfect, awesome, awesome. And then we can come in with our freeform tool, snap up here and come down like roughly here. Perfect, and then we'll come up to about here, and then we'll flip this because it's gonna give us weird things, and that looks much, much, much better, amazing. And then we can come in over here, and now this one's gonna give us problems. But hey, that is okay, because we can figure it out. So we'll come up here, perfect, a nice 3.5, nothing. Yeah, a nice 3.5, and then we'll come down to the ground from up here. So we'll come and we'll do an easy 4. Perfect. So now we have all of our connections down here. Amazing. We can come in with our 2-lane highway roads right here, and we can snap to either side. We'll do at about right here. So we'll come in like this side, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. So we'll do 180 degrees, and we'll come up over here. Amazing. And let's just flip this just to make it easy. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then we'll come into our 1-lane roads, and we will connect up each of these. Let's see, we might have actually gone a little bit too far with this 2-lane, so let's take it back just the slightest bit. Come into our freeform tool, or our curve tool actually. We'll turn on guidelines. Perfect, just like that. Amazing. And we'll do the same thing right here. This is maybe our freeform tool. We'll turn off everything except 90 degree, and this actually looks like more of like a complex curve. So let's take this back a bit. Perfect. And now we'll come back into this road, turn on our guidelines, come into our curved road tool. Perfection. Oh my God. We'll do the same thing right here. Perfect. We'll do the same thing right here. Let's see if we can get a 90 degree. Let's see how this looks. We'll need to come back a bit. So I'm wondering if we can just send it straight. Like we bring this guy back. This will be one of the easiest connections to remake. Let's actually just try it. Let's try to send this straight. Send it back here, and then we'll flip it. and it doesn't love it. So, good to know. Let's redraw this. Perfect, just like that. And then we can have this now come out on the bottom. Amazing. Turn off everything except 90-degree angle, just because we want that 180. And we'll come up to about here. Fantastic. We'll snap over here. And I'm wondering, actually, can we just make a nice, easy connection from up here? Let's try. We can come up to like here though, and then we can come in. Perfect. And it's given us more problems. So let's see, what is a nice, easy way that we can fix this? Let's do this. Let's have this come back a little bit. And what we're gonna do with this road is we're going to kind of curve it in. So we'll come up to about here, a nice, easy 3.4, and then we'll come back down to the ground right here. So we'll come in right here. Amazing. And we could even have this connect a little bit farther, truthfully. That might have been a stupid idea, if we're being honest with each other. But only time can tell, or time will tell. Okay, so we have it up to here. Perfect. Does this look like a good connection? Let's see if we can do this again. See if we can use our complex curve tool. Okay, so we'll come down to about here. Amazing. We'll turn on guidelines, connect to this guideline, and then we'll come all the way down. So we have a nice, easy 1.7. Fantastic. And then maybe we use the same complex curve mode on this side. Connect up with this road. How does that look? It doesn't look too bad, honestly. It might be a little janky, but I think that that's okay. Now, the only thing that we have to worry about is now this street right here with that's featuring the Notre Dame. This connection, it kind of sucks that this is no longer here. But what we might do, honestly, we have a little bit of room, right? We put these like bushes back here. And what I'm thinking we're gonna do is we're gonna turn off snapping. And I think we're gonna place this as far back as we can to about here. Perfect. Make sure we're not clipping any paths or anything. We're gonna put it here. And now what I'm hoping that we can do is actually upgrade this. We can't. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I was hoping that we could upgrade this street to just be a 2-lane, but it doesn't look like we can. So what we might end up doing is upgrading these other streets to be alleyways. And I think that that will just make it look a little bit more on purpose. For lack of a better term, to be honest with you. So we're gonna bring the alleyway back all the way to here. Perfect. And now you can't park on the side, but I think that's gonna be fine. People can still walk on here. It still looks good. And then that way we have this tiny little piece right here. But that way we don't have like, it looks a little bit more on purpose. What we will do though is we'll grab these paths right here. And we're just gonna extend them out a bit. Perfect. And now you can still cross street. You can still walk along these paths. And these are crossings as well. And it just looks like a little bit more on purpose. Now we do have, you know, this highway interchange right in front of this old church. But yeah, that's all I can really say to that, to be honest with you. I may not enjoy, you know, the highway interchange right by the church, but oh, we got a new signature building. That's fun. But I do like this interchange a little bit more. I think it's going to help us out quite a bit. We're gonna have to like run the game a bit to see like exactly how well it works, but I think it makes a little bit more sense. What we will do is upgrade this perfect right like here, so we don't have the highway go all the way up this road, just because we have this really sharp turn right here, and I think that we should, you know, slow down the speeds around here. Truthfully, I would love if this was not as fast speeds. You know, these roads are, you know, 55 miles an hour. Actually, can we change these to kilometers? We cannot change these to kilometers, which kind of sucks. But basically, these are just really fast roads, and I feel like they probably would not be that fast in the real world. That being said, I think it's going to be fine. We could actually upgrade this entire street to be a highway, and that might not be the worst idea, if I'm being honest with you, because we don't need all of these commercial spots right here. They're not the most important things in the entire world. Yeah, like, I mean, it's not bad because you're at the university here and you can go to the train station and hop something. Yeah, we're not gonna change these around. Okay, so we have this interchange. We're gonna have to let it be for a bit. I think what we're gonna do really quickly before we move on from this area is we're gonna come in here and, well, we'll see if there's any terraforming spots that are making us uneasy. Nope, it all seems good. But we are gonna come in here and we're just gonna plant some trees and make it look a little bit nicer through here. I don't love this thing that we got going on right here. It's kind of bothering me. Let's try to fix it really quickly. Yeah, it does not seem like it wants to be fixed. That is so annoying. Oh my god, I hate that. It is what it is, I suppose. So over here as well, no, we're not done here. Who is this crazy guy walking on the highway? John Smith, uneducated, walking on the highway. What an absolute animal. Absolutely insane. So we are seeing some backup by our train station, and the reason why is because we have an insane amount of people that are crossing the street here. So I think what we're going to do is we're actually going to have a bit of a bridge along right here, because all of these people are basically crossing the street, and now that they can't walk up here, they come into the university and walk that way. So I think it would be a smart idea to have a bit of a bridge over here. So we're going to take this back to about here. Amazing. We're going to come into our pedestrian walkway. We'll do a cable stop. No, we'll do an arch bridge just because I think it'll look cool. And then we're just going to have it kind of come across here. And I don't really want to take apart a building or destroy a building, but we might have to. Oh, we don't even have to. Amazing. Perfect. You just walk all the way up here. You have this small little crossing, which honestly looks pretty awful. No, let's fix this. This looks not the best. And this is why the slope is so steep, because you actually have to come up the hill here. Okay, so let's just try to redraw this. We probably will have to take out this street right, or this place right here, which is fine. Tis what it is, I suppose. So we'll cross right here. Amazing. And then we're gonna have to come down. So we're gonna come into our freeform tool, or actually our straight road tool. For whatever reason, it does not want to give us straight line. We'll come down just a little bit for now, like 3. We'll come into our freeform tool. We'll do a 180, come down a little bit steeper, maybe about here, and then we'll come all the way down to the ground. It'll be super steep on some areas of this, and then a little bit less steep on others. And I think that's just the way that it is, if we're being honest with each other. And then super steep on this other side. And now we have this super, super good looking pedestrian bridge. Yeah, it looks great. I hate it. Oh my god. I'm gonna take a minute and I'm gonna try to build something that I don't hate. All right, this is not perfect, obviously, but I do like it a little bit more than what we had before. I do like it a little bit more. It's not, again, not perfect over here, but I think it's much better. I think we're going to extend this little thing, this little like roof about this far. And this is just so that when you're walking above here, you're not going to jump off and, you know, but yeah, then what we're going to do is I'm going to take out the light and we're going to take out the crossing over here. We don't need it anymore. We actually don't need it on either side. The only thing that you would need the crossing for is if you want to go to one of these like restaurants over here. So we'll leave one in, but really people should be taking this bridge. And we can already see the huge amount of people that are on it. It's crazy, the amount of people. And that's good. That's really good. So again, we're going to come in here and I'm just going to do a little bit of landscaping over here just because this would be like the university and the trains pedestrian pathway, which is why they spent so much money on this bridge. It's totally realistic, guys. Look at the amount of dogs. That is a ridiculous amount of dogs, man. If there was that many dogs, they'd be fighting. That'd be, yeah, anyway. And then we're gonna clean up this area over here as well because it's acting a little bit funny. Perfect. I think it looks much better over here. Then we're gonna landscape a bit on this side as well. So I'm gonna come into our vegetation. Look at the amount of people. This is insanity. Yeah, all these people were causing our little traffic jam over here. And look, it's much more clear. Over here now is where we're starting to see some issues. And I think it's because of this university lane right here. So we're gonna do something slightly controversial and we're gonna take these guys out. Perfect. What we will do, actually, I don't think we need to, but we will connect up this path right here to this street. We'll do this on either side as well. Perfect. And this is just so that if you're walking on this street for whatever reason, you can come on the path. Nice and easy right there. Perfect. And now, hopefully, this will start to clear up some of these areas over here. Once Briarwood Lane, which really should be University Alley or whatever, once this clears up, then these cars are going to be able to move through here much easier. And I think that that's going to help out this area quite a bit. Really quickly, while I'm looking at this street, we are going to upgrade this to have a median with trees in the middle. I think that would just make a little bit more sense. Perfect. We don't really need people parking along that street, sorry. Cool. I do, really quickly, I just want to look, how are our bus lanes doing? Hopefully this bus can take all these people. Look at the amount of dogs. Oh my God, dude. Like, it would be mayhem. Absolutely mayhem. That is the most unrealistic part of this whole game, is the sheer amount of dogs. How many people are waiting here? 110 people. So we may need to look at upgrading or adding a little bit more buses over here. Okay, so it looks like this area is going to start to clear out, which I'm really excited for. Our walking path here is seeing an insane amount of utilization. Absolutely love that. I wish we could actually see how many people take this every day, but it's not important. We're going to come back here and we'll look at our buses at the end of the episode. Really quickly, I want to shift focus to our airport a little bit. I'm looking over here and I like the airport, don't get me wrong, but it's looking a little bit bare. We have nobody in these parking lots, which is just kind of funny. We might end up taking this parking lot out, to be honest with you. It's super overkill. Yeah, definitely super overkill. We're gonna actually upgrade this. Yeah, we're gonna upgrade this just for now. Maybe we'll redo it in a couple episodes, but I think this just makes a wee bit more sense through here. We don't need this street here at this specific moment, right? Like right here makes sense, but everywhere else it's not super important. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna shift focus over here a bit, and we're gonna add just a few office buildings and a few industrial areas and some like commercial spots. The idea would be that the employees or the companies that work out out of the airport, right? Think like all of the fast food shops, think of the actual airlines themselves. We would put their offices right beside the airport. That way it's really, really easy for them to get there. Now, I want to make sure that we're focusing all of our airport traffic actually on the highway that comes to the airport. So we're not going to connect this up to, like, it's going to be basically a giant cul-de-sac for now, which saying that out loud makes me think that we shouldn't do it this way, but I digress. So we're going to come in here and we're going to upgrade this street along here to be a regular road. And then we're also going to upgrade this street right here to be the same thing. We'll bring it about here. Perfect grid. Awesome, awesome. And then we're going to upgrade this road as well. So what we're going to do over here, and I've never done it, so I'm kind of excited. We're going to use our grid tool. And the reason why is I just think it's going to come out really nicely. So we'll bring it back all the way to about here. And we're seeing some issues, which is a little bit frustrating. It doesn't like snapping onto the airport for whatever reason. So what we might end up doing, this looks a little bit better. Perfect. So we'll come and we'll meet up. I would like to meet up right along here. But maybe we do like up to here, to be honest with you, up to our transformer. And I think that this would be cool. It would add just a little bit of difference in our grid. And then we can continue this on this other side as well. So I like using the grid tool for this specific area because it's going to create different grid patterns. And I'm not really too worried about like, you know, making sure that it's perfect or anything. But we'll come up about, let's do a little bit more. Let's come up to about here and just making a bit of a cool grid layout, right? And then what we're going to do is we're going to connect up right here. So I want to see how far is this. So this looks like it's about 96. Perfect. So let's come out 96 and then this is 200. So we'll come out from here 200. Amazing. And then we should be able to, if we come out 96, that should meet up perfectly. We'll come here. Amazing. And then I think what we'll do is we'll come around here. We'll come straight. Probably about 64. Amazing. And then we'll link up right here. Perfect. So you kind of drive, you would drive by the train station right here. Awesome. And then what I think, honestly, we might do is we're going to come into our curved road tool and we're just going to clean this up a bit. Now, how does that look? It looks, I think we can make this look a little bit nicer. So I'm going to pause it really quickly, take this guy out. I know. We're going to replace it. And I'm hoping, yeah, it's not really doing what I want it to do. The idea basically being that I want it to be a little bit closer to our road so that we can have this guy come back here. So let's take this out. Yes, I'm sure. We're still paused. Amazing. Cool. And then we can have this guy now come in here. Perfect. So now we can press play and this should be working well now. Amazing. And then we'll have these roads come down too. Perfect. And we're just going to kind of do some offices through here. So let's just kind of place them. And I believe we unlocked a signature building today. I want to see which one that was. Oh, it was the Marvelous Miss Mabel. Is that what it's called? The Marvelous Marble. Weird. This would make absolutely no sense here. But I do remember we did have a pretty cool office that we never got to place. We were going to place it over here, but I think it would make for a pretty cool like airline office building. So I think we're going to place it a little bit closer to our parking lot over here. So I'm going to put it right here. Amazing. And just kind of look at the building. Looks really cool. I like it. I think that's a pretty awesome building. And then we're going to do a lot of offices over here. And then we'll probably do like pockets of commercial. The idea would be like, oh, if you work in this area, you can go and grab a bite to eat or something along that nature. So we'll do all along here. Amazing. And then again, we'll come in with some commercial and just do a little bit like there. Amazing. And then I would like to have some industrial zone as well. So again, I'm gonna kind of blanket everything along here as office. And then as it starts to like more or less not come in, like in areas that like there are pockets, kind of like how there are pockets over here that aren't, you know, utilized, we can come in and we can be like, oh, this would make a great spot for a commercial zone. Perfect. Amazing. And we'll do the same thing over here, but with industrial. And then, oh, we got another office. Cool. Coder Park. Let's look at this guy and see if it would make sense. I think this is too big. Let's let it run for a bit. We'll let some things come in, but I think it's going to be a little bit too large. But what we're going to do over here is same kind of idea. So we'll put like a commercial spot every once in a while. Amazing. And then we'll put a industrial spot as well. And what we'll do is if they have smokestack, I was watching some city planner plays and he makes a good point. Smokestacks are super ugly and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. I like the industrial kind of scattered about here. I think it makes a little bit of sense, but I don't really want smokestacks because that would just look kind of ugly. So we're gonna let this run out and do its thing and then we'll come back and we'll see how everything looks. We will keep an eye out to see if this makes sense. I think it's gonna be a bit too large. But where this might make sense is over here, to be honest with you, right by our technical university. This one's the technical. Yeah, I think it would make a lot of sense. Reason being, you go to school here and then you hopefully get into the Coder Park, right? I think that would be kind of cool. So let's actually place this in here. Let's put it right here. And yeah, it's a bit of a bigger building, but I like it. I think it looks pretty cool. It makes a little bit more sense over here as well than it would over here. This looks like a building that would be over here, you know? Vault Studios, Chirpy Tech, that makes a little bit more sense to me. This larger building, I think would not look good over there. While we're over here, I want to do a quick look. This is not great. We have some commercial buildings here and they're not phenomenal. So we're going to change out a lot of these for offices. These ones for sure will come into commercial. These ones I think we're gonna leave. But what we could do, it's not really great for this as well. We could have some mixed housing over here. I don't love the way that I think that would look. If anything, I think it would be more offices would make the most amount of sense. It doesn't really make sense to me that we couldn't have commercial over here, especially with the amount of offices, but it's a game, I guess. So we'll let it do what it does. But for the most part, I'm liking the way that this is looking. We're gonna let this build out. Awesome. And then I want to come over here. How is everything looking? Everything is looking really, really good. Super, super cool. We're still seeing insane traffic on here. And there is a lot of traffic in these areas. So it makes sense that this bridge is doing the Lord's work. Awesome. Cool, cool, cool. We do have a traffic jam over here. We could fix this up. I don't think that's gonna be for today. We definitely will have to fix this up. One thing that we're gonna have to look at is adding a actual highway through here. This Anchor Street is not really it, and I'm wondering if that highway would make more sense if instead of coming on Anchor Street and becoming a highway all through here, we actually came on this other side and we had the highway kind of come down past our train station through our industrial area and then link up over here. I think that would make a lot more sense. For now, it's not a top priority. We will have to fix this. Definitely, but for now, not a super high priority. I'm liking the way it's looking. I am liking the way that this is looking. Cool, cool, cool. We'll let this run for a bit and we will be right back. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy. Looking good over here. I'm gonna redo some of these smokestacks because they're looking pretty bad. But all the industrial area without smokestacks, liking the way that that's looking. Super, super cool. Yeah, this looks like it belongs a little bit. If we had this building in there, it doesn't. This looks like it belongs here, to be honest with you. It's a little bit of a higher building than anything else. But also like you would have a beautiful view from your office. Oh my God, dude. Anyway, yeah, I like the way that these are looking. I want to wait till these come in. Make sure they're not smokestacks, but this looks pretty good. We could also add like a few parks in here as well, right? Like some small plazas, maybe a large plaza as well. I don't think this would fit, to be honest with you. This would just add a little bit of recreation for these areas, but I honestly, I don't even think we really need it, just because this is just like the offices where the employees from the international airport would work, right? Like nothing too crazy. They're leveling up very, very fast though, which is cool. I'm down with it. Oh my God, they're leveling up so fast. Perfect. These industrial buildings came in without smokestacks. Amazing. Let's make sure these ones as well. This one comes in, no smokestack. I don't think this one's gonna have a smokestack. Incredible. Looking really, really nice over here. I'm liking the way that this is looking. I think this looks pretty decent as well. We have this power line over this industrial area. I think that looks pretty cool. No smokestack. Amazing. Let's take one last look at our intersection over here. It is not backing up for the first time in a very long time. It's not backing up. This looks a little wonky, but it is what it is. Looking nice. Seeing insane utilization over here. Absolutely incredible. Super, super cool. I do want to look. This stop is busy. Oh my God. 40 people or 71 people waiting. Let's see if they can all get on the bus. I know there was a stop over here. I think it was this one that had it was this one that had a bunch of people waiting. It's down to 20, which is really not that bad. This one wasn't able to pick up all of the people, but that's fine. I mean, not very fine, but I think it will be fine. Maybe we turn this up to 6. And then what's this one? Downtown-y clockwise. Maybe we do that at 6 as well. We'll make sure that they're the same as the other one. This one's 7. So we're gonna turn this down from 7 to 6. Perfect. And then we'll turn this one up to 6 as well, just to make sure that they're even and it makes sense. But yeah, everything's looking good and I'm excited about it. Our parking lots are so full. Oh my God. That's fine though. It is what it is. Looking good over here, guys. Looking really, really good. I think that is where we're gonna leave it. If you made it this far and you liked the video, like the video. If you love the video and you're not subscribed, what are you doing, man? Subscribe down below. Let me know in the comment section what you think of our little interchange over here. I'm liking it. It looks a little janky, but I think it's fine. If I hadn't said anything, would you even notice? This fixed. That's fun. It's not 100% fixed, but that's okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.